Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, I'll be discussing my thoughts on episode 7 of Shokugeki no Soma. And everything pretty much ramped up in this episode exactly how I thought it would, and I think a lot of us probably saw coming. I even went so far as to say in my previous episode discussion video that this was probably the way this was all going to play out. You know, effectively Soma handing Mitokumi her ass in this Shokugeki showdown. And I did still like the step-by-step process of seeing her curing her meat, the much feared and speculated by the surrounding characters A5 meat, this giant chunk, and she's cutting it up with like almost martial arts, jujitsu tactics, everything, and the process through which she, you know, cooks it and makes this dish kind of harkening back to a French style and everything like that. And of course, everyone, the three judges, loves it. Of course they would. And Arina is feeling like this is pitch perfect. This is going to hand Soma his ass and get him, you know, sent packing. And so that was all really interesting, of course. And then you have Soma, very comedically, I have to say, coming in with on sale, you know, cheapo steak found in a just grocery store, and he's able to flavor the rice. He utilizes the rice as the saving grace for his little Don, you know, dish, making it so that the judges and even Mito herself, when she has already lost effectively and she tries it, they can't stop eating it because of the flavored rice, something she overlooked in preparing her don dish, which he says isn't even traditionally a don dish. Because of that, it has to be the whole thing. You know, all of the ingredients have to matter, and so he effectively did. You know, and I love how the guy who is like, you know, he's the last lone survivor of Don Arrest, this little research society, and he's like, Soma, you're the guy. You're the only guy who can keep this thing going. You are now the Don of Don Arrest. And we find out the next day when Mito comes to, you know, find him there, and he's not anywhere to be found, you find out, well, actually, Soma was only exploring all of his options. He doesn't really have any interest in becoming the leader of this thing, and, well, maybe he'll check in from time to time, but see you later. And so this guy's quick on his heels like, Mito, you have to be the only one who can keep this going. You're the Don and everything. And she's incredulous, and apparently Megumi says, it was said she has become more violent and aggravated ever since that point. But I loved all of that stuff. Of course, I love the dream sequences we have once again, especially calling back on Mito's past and seeing that it was her father as this meat conglomerate head or what have you, that was not trying to allow his daughter to be girly and grow up that way. She had to be tough and badass, and hot damn, you know, all through this episode, they use the term seductive with the meal she prepares, and it's like, I'm looking at this bitch, and it's like, hello. You know, kind of reminds me of that Isley Brothers and R. Kelly song, Contagious. Sexy lady, drive me crazy, you know? It's like, hello. Yeah, she's packing the bikini to try to basically flounder and flots, if you will, Soma coming into the ring and make him feel like a timid little boy in the corner, which I gotta say, you know, Soma completely came in packing. You know, the idea of losing, the idea of facing off against this chick and having his butt handed to him never even occurs to him. The entire crowd is booing him, and he's kind of like dumbfounded, and even Megumi's like wanting to tell him, it's because of your big mouth. You know, but she can't because she's freaking out. And the Don Arrest guy's like, what the hell? How do you have so many enemies so early in the game? But, I mean, everything about this episode, even if it was predictable, the way it played out, I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved seeing basically Arina having to leave, you know, be sent packing, much in the way that she thought Soma would be in the end. You know, she had to eat crow effectively and walk off. And, of course, she's going to punish Mito by taking away her kitchen and her facilities and everything like that. And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Mito next. She's definitely a standout character for more reasons than one. Let's just leave it at that. But this was a kick-ass episode, another kick-ass episode, even if it was predictable, as I say, and I can't wait to see the next step. Looks like we're going to be facing off against somebody else, and I did think it was interesting that we saw Satoshi sort of, you know, thinking back to the words exchanged between he and Soma, and is he contemplating stepping up you know, against Soma at some point? Or was he just sort of reevaluating the prowess with which he thinks Soma is imbued in his facing off against Mito? It remains to be seen. But yeah, excellent episode once again. Had a lot of fun with it. And, wow, Mito. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below what you thought of episode 7 of Shokugeki no Soma, if you've seen it, and where you think we're going from here. Speculations only, if you please. But yeah, otherwise that'll be pretty much it for me on this. Hope this video finds you well, and I'll catch you all later. Peace.